Yo, what's going on YouTube? It's Lights Out from Madden Daily, and I want to make a quick announcement. We're back with Madden 17 free tips. We want to do it every day. Can't guarantee that's going to happen. Like tomorrow we have a tournament we're going to in Jersey. It's going to be hard to get a tip out tomorrow, but I do want to try and get daily tips back on this YouTube. We're going to start today with a zone video. It's a video we did early on in the year, but we never made it public on our YouTube. It's something that you guys are really going to enjoy. We want to start a series that we attempted last year. It's from good to great. I want to get you guys to the highest level possible to take your Madden game to that next level. It's not going to interfere with the Madden Daily Premium membership, which is on our website. That's always going to be the highest level of tips. But that's not going to stop us from giving you guys more free content and helping you out. So that is going to be starting today. So make sure, guys, if you enjoy this video, like it, subscribe if you're new. I'll try to be back tomorrow. I'll catch you guys in the comments. And if not tomorrow, I'll be back Sunday. Also, we are starting something on Instagram. It's called Mini Gameplays, that we're posting 2-minute gameplays, 1 minute for the first half, 1 minute for the second half. Go ahead and check that out. Instagram.com/Madden Daily. I'll see you guys in the next video. Later, boys. In this training camp video, we're going to help you understand coverages in Madden. Let's start with Cover 3 basics. Now, a Cover 3 is a zone defense where the cornerbacks and the free safety defend the deep third. The left corner plays the left deep, the right corner plays the right deep, and the free safety plays deep in the middle of the field. Now, the idea with the Cover 3 is to take away the deep throws and efficiently defend the run, because the strong safety gets put into the box, so it's an extra guy in run support. Besides the 3 guys deep, usually in a Cover 3, there's going to be 4 defenders playing zone underneath, 2 hook zones and 2 flats. Now, the flats will be determined on what type of Cover 3 it is. And then also sometimes in a Cover 3 blitz, there's going to be less zones because we have more people blitzing. But no matter what, a Cover 3 will always have the 3 guys deep. Now, recognizing a Cover 3 is pretty simple. You can recognize a Cover 3 by spotting one safety, usually in the deep middle of the field. And if he's not in the deep middle of the field, he will, once you hike the ball, he'll go to that deep middle of the field. When we say the word single high, that's what that means. It's a safety. Single high, there's not 2 safeties deep. Now also, you're going to see that the 2 cornerbacks are aligned 7 to 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. That is very typical in a Cover 3 defense. To ensure that you know the cornerbacks in a deep zone, you're going to see them back up as soon as we hike the ball. This clip here explains that perfectly. The outside receiver is on a deep pattern. The slot receiver is on an out route. Our curl flat zone is going to play the out route, while the deep blue zone corner is going to play the deep left area of the field, and you're going to see that right away as soon as they hike, he is going to drop back. So when you see a zone just keep dropping back, you know that he's not in a flat zone or man defense, he is in a deep zone. And that cornerback's only responsible for that third. In this situation, if there's a post and a streak on one side of the field, the post will be played by the underneath routes, and then also deep by that single high Cover 3 middle safety. So that is everything you need to know about a Cover 3 zone defense. The next defensive coverage we're going to break down is a Cover 1, because it is very similar to a Cover 3. It's going to line up almost the same exact way. The only thing is that once our opponent hikes the ball, he's going to see it's a man-to-man defense, and it's used the same way. It's used for stopping the run and also for stopping short throws. It's going to provide deep support to the middle with the free safety, just like a Cover 3 zone, and it's going to have an extra defender to either blitz to make it a 5-man rush, to play zone, which will be in a 3-receiver hook, or sometimes he'll be in a spy in a Cover 1. So you see the very basics of a Cover 1. Everyone will be manned up, and you'll have an extra safety playing deep, and also sometimes an extra zone playing in the middle. And then pre-snap, it's going to look very similar to a Cover 3, because the one safety will be found single high in the deep middle of the field, and the 2 cornerbacks will be aligned around 7 to 8 yards off the line of scrimmage. So a really good simple scheme is mixing in Cover 1 and Cover 3 defenses, because they look very similar. Here's the last thing I want to show with Cover 1 on how it's really good at stopping the middle of the field, especially if you have a 3-receiver hook zone and the deep blue safety playing deep. In this case, the hook zone will play the in route, and the deep blue safety will play the post. Now, when playing a Cover 1, we do recommend you playing on either the hook zone or the deep safety, or you could actually play on the defender that's guarding the running back. And then if you want to get even more simplified, you could control one of the blitzers, and this is a type of defense where you can actually get away with that You'll have good middle coverage, and you can manually rush with the defensive line. So if you do like to rush with the defensive line, cover 1 is a pretty solid defense to do so. So we just broke down cover 3 and cover 1. Let's now get into cover 2 zone defense. Here's the basics of understanding a cover 2 zone. It's a zone defense with 5 defenders playing zone coverage underneath, and then 2 zone safeties playing deep. Every cover 2 zone, regardless if it's a blitz or not, will have 2 deep safeties, one playing the left deep, one playing the right deep. So they are each responsible for playing one half of the field. Now let's get into recognizing what a cover 2 zone looks like pre-snap. You could recognize cover 2 by finding the 2 deep safeties over the top. So cover 2 will never have just one safety over the top. There always will be 2, and the 2 cornerbacks will also be around 5 yards off the line of scrimmage. Now here are the weaknesses and soft spots in a cover 2. You see the short middle, the deep middle, and the deep sidelines on corner routes if you flood the cover 2 zone. The best defense to mix in with cover 2 zone is cover 2 man. Now the basics of a cover 2 man is that it is a man-to-man defense, that it also includes 2 defenders playing zone coverage who split the field in half. So a cover 2 man will again always have 2 safeties playing deep, unless your opponent makes individual adjustments, but they always will at least show that they're over the top. So since there is help deep, the man defense in a cover 2 man is going to be a lot more aggressive and physical than it would in a cover 1 or cover 0, because they could bite on inside routes or outside routes without the worry of getting beat over the top since they have help. Now you could recognize a cover 2 man defense by identifying the 2 deep defenders playing zone. Also, the 2 cornerbacks should be in a press position close to the line of scrimmage. It's not guaranteed, but if they don't make any more adjustments after they come out in a play, they should be pressed coverage. One thing that cover 2 man is great at stopping are screen patterns, and that's because the linebacker will be manned up on the running back, and he will follow that running back to stop him as the defensive line sacks the quarterback if they hold on to the ball. Cover 2 man is also pretty solid at stopping drag routes and underneath routes because, again, they play a lot more aggressive than cover 1 man defense since there is help over the top. They could bite on the cutting patterns to the inside or outside a lot better than if it was an off coverage man where there was no help deep. So common sense, since there's help deep, they can take more chances underneath. When using cover 2 man, we like to play on the guy that's on the running back. That way if he blocks, we could double team, and if he's on a route, we can manually guard it and hopefully get an interception. Now let's switch it up into a cover 4 defense. Cover 4 is a zone defense with 4 defenders playing deep zones and 3 usually playing zone underneath. Now each deep zone guards a quarter of the field, and that's why it's sometimes called a quarters coverage. You see that all 4 defensive backs play deep zones, and you have the 3 underneath, and that's it with a 4-man rush. Some cover 4s are a 3-man rush, and you'll have 4 zones underneath. Now you can recognize a cover 4 zone by spotting the 2 safeties and quarterbacks playing deep coverage. So you will have the 2 deep safeties over the top. There won't just be 1, but the cornerbacks will look kind of like cover 1 and cover 3 because they'll be around 7 or 8 yards back above the receivers. Here are some weak spots in a cover 4. When we like to call a cover 4, we usually play on a linebacker, usually the one that's the only hook zone on the play. Sometimes there'll be 2 hook zones in a cover 4, and we're looking to play the short area of the field because we know we have deep safety help over the top, since each safety is playing their deep seam on the left and right side. Now cover 6 is different in a way because it's a combination zone defense in which cover 4 is played to one side and cover 2 is played to the opposite side, thus creating cover 6. Here is how you recognize a cover 6 defense. At the line, you can recognize cover 4 side by spotting a cornerback around 7 yards off the line and then the safety on the same side playing deep. And when he plays deep, he'll play straight deep because he's playing a quarter deep of the field. Now on the cover 2 side, you'll notice the cornerback is around 5 yards off the line of the scrimmage and the safety's on the same side playing deep, but he's going to play the deep half. So he's not going to go straight back. He's going to slant diagonally to play the deep right sideline. So there are tells pre-snap, and there are also going to be tells post-snap. Here are some weaknesses in the cover 6. You see the zones that will get open against cover 6. When we call a cover 6 zone, we like to usually play on one of the hook zones, similar to a cover 4. That way we don't mess up anything in the secondary, and we're going to try to take away anything short. In this clip, we did a good job at taking away the middle of the field and then we seen the quarterback roll out, so we went ahead and attacked him to get a fumble. Hope you enjoyed this video. Please let us know what you thought by commenting below. We'll be back very shortly with the next one from the Good to Great Madden 17 tip series. If you can't wait, a couple of these videos are on MaddenPros.com, the free training camp section.